like that. Rich Risings. That's crazy because I'm reading this book. Somebody said Rich Risings, and I'm reading this right here. Rich and Righteous, right? When the workbook is called Rituals, right? And one of the rituals involves getting up, you know, before the sun rises, because the theory is if you get up after the sun rises, you're not going to tap into that currency and things of that nature. You're not necessarily ahead of the currency. You know, what time do the banks open? What time does Wall Street open? No, tell me about that dream today. You know, tell me about that today, please. What time does the market open, right? So if you notice, right, if you're connected energetically, like if you're plugged into the grid, you know that it's quiet, energy-wise, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m. The frequencies and the air traffic, right, on the highest level, like with the planes and everything. I live in the trajectory of the airport, so planes are always over my house, right? The air traffic, energy-wise, right, meaning that thoughts are not going through the air, it's not congested and whatnot. You don't have thoughts in traffic and whatnot. Energy-wise, chemtrail-wise, right? And currency-wise, currency is a frequency, it's an energy. You can't see the energy and whatnot. It's still an energy, right? It's right. You know, electric. It's the electricity and whatnot. It's not as condensed. The minute that the banks open, the minute that the market opens, the minute that the sun rises and whatnot, there begins to be a noise. There's a noise. There's a noise that everybody can't hear and whatnot. There's a noise that everybody can't feel necessarily. But there is a noise when you arise before the noise begins. You're at an advantage. If you wake up in the midst of the noise, like think about it, you in the crib and whatnot. If you're the first person, you have a Mexican household, right? You got a Haitian household. I'm not being facetious. Shout out to Richie Moon. I'm not being facetious. I'm not being facetious. I'm just saying, you know what I mean. You got a crowded house and it's loud and shit. If you get up before the noise, right? You control the day. You control the noise. You control what's going to happen with the noise, how loud it's going to get, when do that shit stop, right? You're able to, you know, almost have things on a string and whatnot. If you wake up in the noise, right? When you wake up, everybody's screaming, niggas is yelling, the babies is crying. You feel me? Anybody who still wants to purchase last night's monumental workshop, we almost had 1,000 people in the building. Facts. Yeah. Hit me on the DM. I don't want to, you know, just that's all DM talk. Matter of fact, yeah, because we're going to talk through Cash App. And then, you know, because it'll be a lot of questions while I'm doing a live. Just hit me on the DM and then we'll talk through Cash App. Send me your email, send the Cash App. You'll get the link. You'll get onboarded. We put you in the Patreon. And then you lit 30-day incubator. You know what I mean? That's why I'm reading these books right here because, bro, this next 30 days is going to change my life forever. I could just feel it. I'm going to affirm that. You know what I mean? I'm going to get up before the noise starts. And I'm going to put that into the universe. I'm going to prompt it into the program. I'm going to, right? Even if we were biblical, even if we was all in church and whatnot and we was religious, you feel me? You get up early to get your prayer in. You go to the church, it's already a line of people lined up on their knees and whatnot, or sitting in the pews and whatnot, beating you to the motherfucking prayer lottery, right? The prayer lottery where they're like, yo, I'm first in line to be heard, right? For my prayers. I'm the first in line to be heard for my affirmations. I'm the first in line to be heard for my quote unquote what's that, grievances, right? So there's a majestic power in early, okay? There's a majestic power in early rising or grand rising. I'm going to label this one grand rising, or the power of grand rising. It's truly grand. I don't know what morning is. You feel me? Yes, and of course, Mineral Ministries is today with Pope Pablo. That's coming up and whatnot, right? I don't know what morning is. I don't do mornings anymore. You know what I'm talking about? Because, to be honest with you, we should be evolving to a place where even if somebody leaves this planet, we don't mourn. Are we going to mourn birth or are we going to mourn death? Which one is worth mourning more? Tell me. Because they say you should mourn when you mourn birth and celebrate death. That means somebody got up out of this bitch. That means somebody broke through. That means somebody got a release date. You know what I'm talking about? That means somebody got out the Bing. And I ain't talking about Microsoft. That's what they say death is off this planet. They like, a nigga got a date. You know what I mean? He got released on some big meat shit. You know what I'm talking about? He back in them streets. You know what I mean? He back in a different dimension. I was gonna talk about this yesterday in the workshop. And to be honest with you, we went into the 7-hour mark. You know, I am long-winded. I did say that I did admit that, you know what I mean? I said this is LA Long-Winded Anonymous, and my name is Philip, and I am long-winded. But it wasn't long-winded about nothing. There's a lot to talk about, right? To the point where I even have a bonus lecture prepared. It's a metaphysical part of the workshop. I wasn't able to get into it because I was on another platform, and like I said, we were 7.5 hours in. We started at noon, and we was wrapping up at 7:30. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just hold this because there's such a thing as overdoing it. People were like, yo, we'll stay for 5 more hours, but there is such a thing as information overload. So I don't want to take people off of their square or their dean and whatnot. So I'm gonna do the bonus one coming up before 7 days up, before the next 7 days from the day that I did it, right? And in the bonus, we were having I was talking, I was building, and I was giving information, and I was giving up proof, right, about many things. You know, one of the things that we're building on, you know, inside of the bonus that we'll be delivering very, very soon. You say good, Red, that's why you missed it? Oh. Now, nobody didn't miss anything because I didn't do the bonus. I did the workshop, though. And it's monumental. It's groundbreaking. I had a special guest by the name of Human, and he delivered, right? He came through, and he bodied it. And we're going to be starting this thing on Monday. So the goal ultimately is every day to be on a grand rising, right? If I could get up at 4:44 every rising and program and prompt my day, right? Put my order in, you know, get everything started, you know what I'm saying? Rev up the machine and whatnot, oil the machine, you know what I mean? Start watering the lawn, you know, being the first one, the early bird. There's a power in that ritual. You feel me? You can't get up and hop into the noise. You can't get up in the middle of the noise. Imagine getting up inside of your imagine waking up last inside of your office where you work at. Imagine y'all all slept there. That was that office was an office where people actually, shit, shower, and shave and whatnot. And you're the last one to get up while everybody is on their computers. They got their headsets on. And you're the last one. You never want to be the last one to wake up in any situation. On a vacation with your friends and them and your family. You don't ever want to be the last one to wake up if you're doing time and whatnot. You don't want to be the last one to wake up if you niggas is on the road getting money. You don't want to be the last one to wake up if you just went to sleep with two beautiful women from Live in Miami and whatnot. You're going to wake up and your Rolex is going to be going. Or your Strolex, whatever you got. You know what I'm talking about? You want to be the first one up to be the observer, right? Because this life is about observation, right? Everything, everywhere, all at once. So how the hell are you getting up last and you the one that is you the observer and you the one that's making this reality what it is? That's not going to be the case. You have to ritualize, right? The motherfucking story. You got to ritualize the mythos. How the hell you get up last, but you the director of this movie? No, you're an extra in the movie now. You're an extra in the movie. You're not directing it. Somebody else is. And then you got to look around. Who's the director? Who's the director? Who's the executive producer? Who got the... You don't even know. Stay woke. That's right. Stay woke. That's the word of the day. Amen. Amen. Stay woke. So we did a 7-day fast. Shout out to KT, right? Shout out to KT the Arch Degree. Shout out to Black Magic 363. Shout out to everybody on the Discord who was doing the fast with us. That was powerful. This was one of my most powerful fasts that I've been through. And it didn't even hurt, you know what I'm saying? It didn't stress me out the way the other fasts. It didn't stress me out like Ramadan. It didn't stress me out like the God Body Challenge in terms of not eating and whatnot and what it was doing to my body. My body was going into shock in my first few fasts that I've done. This time, not so much so. So now, after the fast is over, we're going to be working on a 30-day workout regimen. You know what I mean? I don't want to call it the God Body Challenge because that's not my propriety. That's not my IP. That's Al-Kibalon 44s, and I don't do things. I don't trample on nobody's copyrights or their trademarks. So I wouldn't call it God Body Challenge, but I will call it something like that. We got to work our temples. You know what I mean? Spring is around the corner. If we do a 7-day fast, then why are we going to stop and not do anything in terms of getting our bodies right? You know what I mean? Why are we not going to do anything in terms of working out? Why are we not, especially the brothers and whatnot, why are we not going to take advantage of, the fact that the season is about to change and it's going to be beach season in a minute? Well, goddamn it. If you niggas is participating in spring break, you got to take your shirt off. You know what I'm saying? Pillar. Yeah, let me get some ideas. Whoever's near ChatGPT, go and ask it for like 10 ideas so I could give it a title. I need to give it a name. I like the Pillar Body Challenge. It should have something to do with the pillars because the pillars are beauty and strength, right? Boaz and Jakim, the twin pillars of masonry. The twin pillars is Boaz and Jakim, and it's beauty and strength. So yeah, we're going to get our beauty on and we're going to get our strength on. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean when I say beauty, especially, I ain't talking about men doing no zesty shit. I'm talking about beauty was her name. I'm talking about get in the gym so you can have a beautiful body. Shit. That still means something. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? That still means something. Until the AI could replace you in a lot of things, but until you get, until they start getting new bodies and whatnot, nigga, that still, you know what I mean? You still wanted in that place for now. You know, they're about to have AI, human robotic women pleasers. Let's just say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to say that. They're going to have straight robotic women pleasers. You know what I'm saying? Uber Skeets. I talked about Uber Skeets before, and I'm really ready to go ahead and go to Silicon Valley and have a meeting with one of these investors about Uber Skeets, because soon you're going to be able to order the yoni or the pony. You know what I'm talking about? That's where society is headed. You know, it's convenience. Think about it. Like, you know, I could get on my Dr. Evil shit and really, you know, break it down. You know what I'm saying? To the very last compound, how that shit could become $1 trillion business. But that's what the Discord is for. Say everybody that signed up to the workshop, y'all are in for a very lit 30 days. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a very turned up, informative, demonstrative, you know, paradigm shifting 30 days. And then we may even give you the opportunity to continue that 30 days and make this shit, you know, make it last forever, like Keith Sweat. You know? Yep. But yeah, you know, that's what it is, you know what I mean? Grand rising rituals. Grand rising rituals. You feel me? Today's body is not yesterday's body. You should always thrive for the upgrade. If the technology is upgrading, but the human is not, what is that saying? Everybody got something to say about AI, but I'm like, nigga, where's your breakthrough? Where's your upgrade? You know what I mean? Where are you exhibiting, quote unquote, superhuman capabilities? I would say that there's people in our community who come forward and they are exhibiting a level of superhuman capabilities in terms of their level of intellect, right? You get to see it every other weekend on the internet, you know what I'm saying? In podcasts, you know, when certain people have their shows and whatnot. There's certain higher level conversations where I get introduced to geniuses. And I'm like, okay, I'm impressed. You feel me? That person is almost like a computer in a way that they're able to articulate and think and compute ideas and solutions and did this in the code, right? Remember, artificial intelligence, along with all things dealing with software and robotics and computers, they deal with code, mathematical code. That mathematical code can be incorrect. So in order for the computer to work, in order for the algorithm to work, in order for the software to work, it has to be on code, right? It has to stay on code. You feel me? If it doesn't stay on code, then it will have what is known as a bug. It will have it won't work. It will start to glitch and whatnot. So the same thing applies for human beings and whatnot. When you form a team, right? When you become a team and you form a conglomerate and whatnot, or a corpus, a body politic, right? Or you form something as simple as a basketball team, y'all playing pickup ball and whatnot. If everybody is trying to be the center, that means that they're not on code. If everybody's trying to be the shooting guard, that means that everybody's not on code. They're not playing their part perfectly. You feel me? They're not functioning. There's a dysfunction in the function, and them niggas don't got no function. You feel me? But if they following the code, if they're on code, the Pillars Temple Building Challenge. I like that. You write that down. The Pillars Temple Building Challenge. It sounds nice too. It's a lot of words. We might be able to condense that. But the Pillars Temple I like that. Keep the ideas coming. Pillar Temple Challenge. That was the shorter version. Pillar Temple Challenge. Now, we're going to be doing live push-ups. We might go live at Planet Fitness. In Atlanta, right? In Atlanta, PTC. I like PTC. That's not bad. I like PTC when you break it down. In Atlanta, I might open up for like 20. I might open up a slot for about 20 people, right? 20 people. So we'll always be live, right? So whenever we work out, we go live. And then the other group that's in different places and whatnot around the world, they log on and they basically could go live and they see us working out and they just follow suit and they work out with us. You feel me? We give recipes. If you're trying to gain weight, if you're trying to lose weight, you feel me? If you're trying to melt, if you're trying to get rid of something, or if you're trying to add on something, you feel me? Different regimens, different meal plans for different results. You know, that's something that I would like to do leading into the spring, okay? Leading into the summer, right? It should be 90 days, 30, 60, 90, 30, 60, 90. And I'm taking all this information and I'm going to chat GPT-4 with it. I'm just letting you know. I'm going to go holler at my assistant, my virtual assistant that be working, waiting for me to bring him information. You know what I mean? So he could chew it up. You know what I'm talking about? But this is 23. This is the Jordan years. Why we not training like Jordan? Why we not being physically? Because if somebody come around and got something to say about AI, I'm going to ask that nigga to do 20 push-ups, right? If you can't do 22 push-ups, you can't even talk to me. How about that? How about we start there? You know what I'm talking about? If you niggas can't do 20 fucking crunches, nigga. If you can't do 20 burpees, nigga, then you can't tell me about artificial intelligence. You know what I mean? I don't even care to hear about it. You know what I'm saying? You know, tell your mama. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, because you don't even, your body is not even right. You're not even physically fit, my nigga. You're not even working on your tempo. You're not even working on your AI, your Allen Iverson. You know what I'm saying? You're not even in the gym. You're not even strengthening your body. And I no wonder that you feel threatened when you see motherfucking Alice and Alexa and Siri. No wonder you feel offended, nigga. Because you flabby and sick. You flabby and sick, nigga. You know what I mean? You should do some push-ups. You should get down with the get down. You know what I'm talking about? And stop talking out the side of your neck. That's what you should be doing. You know what I'm talking about? Shit would look better on camera because it don't look good right now. You looking crazy. You looking crazy. You need some sea moss, nigga. You need some gold water. How about this? You need some gold water in your system. It be the niggas that look sick that always got something to say. It's never a healthy looking nigga that got something to say about what it is that we be out here doing. It's always a nigga looking like Shrek, turning into the Fly like Jeff Goldblum in front of us that always got something to say. But I don't say this. You niggas should get your body right. And don't get a BBL either. These niggas is out here on a Bandman Kivo getting fake abs and whatnot. Don't do that, nigga. Come and work out with the gods. You know what I'm saying? Niggas can't even climb Stone Mountain. How about that? Niggas always got something to say. Couldn't even make it up Stone Mountain and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? It be them niggas that can't even climb Stone Mountain. They got something to say what the almighty gods is out here doing. They intimidated because we out here mountain climbing and whatnot. They intimidated because we out here skin is glowing and whatnot. They intimidated because I got more hair than they girl and whatnot. How about that? They intimidated. It's niggas out here doing YouTubes and they faces look like Nestle Crunches and y'all not saying nothing to them. That means that they insides is bad and whatnot and they not living the right fucking life that they be selling you niggas. It's niggas out here that went from ashy to classy and went back to looking ashy and you niggas didn't tell them anything. You niggas didn't inbox them and be like, yo, I got some motherfucking shea butter for you, my nigga. Cause you be out here looking wild ashy and things like that. You know what I mean? You need to lick your lips when you on live. Cause you niggas is out here looking crazy. If you knew like I knew, you niggas would sign up and level the fuck up and get your shit back. Cause you can't get this when all of this is gone. It's over with. You know what I'm talking about? That's why y'all should be excited that AI is coming. Cause you could get a motherfucking deep fake. You know what I mean? You could clean yourself up. But in real life, oh man, these niggas is looking crazy, bro. I'm telling you. I shit you not. You know what I'm saying? Money ain't fixing shit. You feel me? It's in you. It's not on you, niggas. It's in you. It's not on you. Get your insides correct. Get your fucking spirit right, nigga. You could tell some of these niggas is sleeping with some entities. You could tell that some of these niggas been playing around in the underworld and they looking like they got shot. You know what I'm saying? Something is on these niggas. I could look at niggas and tell when they got entities on them. And a lot of people in this community, y'all be letting them come around y'all and they got demons on them and they got entities on them and they got spirits on them and y'all looking the other way. And y'all won't say nothing to these people to be like, get your shit together before you come before us. And y'all niggas is out here before you speak to us. Because when they speak to y'all, all they doing is letting the parasite, or all they doing is letting the entity, or all they doing is letting the egregor, or all they doing is letting the demon, or all they doing is letting the motherfucking spirits talk to y'all. That's why people are stressed out. That's why people are sick. That's why niggas is committing suicide. That's why you niggas is getting possessed and whatnot. That's why people are taking over your minds and shit like that. You niggas is out here falling out. You know what I'm talking about? Cause your teachers are fucking demons and they got possessions and whatnot. The women and the men. You know what I mean? And a lot of them motherfuckers got mental health issues and y'all won't say nothing. Y'all are masking it. Oh, he's getting downloads and whatnot. No, nigga, he need Theorum. Fuck out of here. I'm done with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with that. Y'all won't have access to a brother like me, and not in this community, not around this sick shit. I'm done. I'm good. I don't even want to hear nothing anymore. I don't want to talk to nobody. You feel me? I'm locked in. You know what I'm saying? I got my co-pilots. I got my assistants. You feel me? I got my team and whatnot. I really don't want to mix and mingle with none of these niggas until we come out with some type of technology or camera to see who got entities on them. Until y'all can figure that out, I don't trust nobody's readings and whatnot. I don't trust niggas throwing the shells and all of that. I don't trust none of that. I need to see proof. Give me the aura camera. Start taking pictures. Like, give me the aura camera. Give me something that could show receipts and proof. Give me the lie detector test. Give me the aura picture camera. I want to read niggas' blood. Like, give me the blood work. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't trust nobody right now. That's just me. That's just me. That's what getting up early does for you. That's just me because I see things for what they are. I'm able to see shit before the noise starts and whatnot. I'm not waking up in the middle of the noise. So I know what I'm hearing. I'm clear that the motherfucking universe is talking to me. When I'm staring at the sun, it's like, yo, these niggas are not, they not of my ilk. They not of my ilk. That's not my children right there. I'm not kissing them. You could tell when the sun is kissing somebody. The sun is not tongue kissing these niggas. It's not fornicating with your leaders. You know what I'm saying? It's not. They don't got that glow. They don't have that shine and whatnot. And I'm not being what is known as superficial. You know what I'm saying? This is not TikTok. I'm not being superficial. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. There should be some type of parameters. You know what I'm saying? That you could read a motherfucker's eyes, their tongue. You know what I mean? There's all of that, you know, there. Yeah. You could look at a person, if y'all are claiming to be who you say that you are, you don't have a vision, you don't have what they call a sight, like Obadiah. You can't see, you're not a seer. You're not a seer. So if you could see so much, why you not saying nothing? See something, say something. If you see something, say something. So all you doing is enabling this community or these fucking these charlatans, right? Or these false messiahs, right? You're allowing them to come amongst you and fleece you and trick you and deceive you, right? And to be on demon time, and you are looking the other way and turning the cheek. Astaghfirullah. Shame on you. You know what I'm saying? Shame on you. You must be in fear. I get it. Nigga, we are in bizarre world. We in the underworld. I was having this conversation the other day. I'll say, yo, everything, everywhere, all at once. We are all feeling like something has changed all around us. It's been like this for years. We know that some of us woke up one day in a world that was not the world that we was in before. We like, what did we do to deserve this? How did we fuck up? Are we really dead? Is this the underworld? Nigga, am I in hell? Think about it. We in the bizarre world. Bill Cosby went dark on us. You understand what I'm saying to you? Think about this. Bill Cosby flipped, nigga. R. Kelly turned into evil R. Kelly. Like, remember Superman 3 when he went dark? Remember Superman 3 with Richard Pryor? When Superman went into Bizarro World and he was evil Superman? We are in the Twilight Zone. Everything that we held sacred is now not sacred, right? All of our heroes became villains. Think about that, bro. The niggas who were villains became our heroes. Jay-Z is Basquiat, bro. Jay-Z is out there. This nigga's a fucking social justice warrior, nigga. He's woke, bro. This is Jay-Z. I'm selling crack on the corner in Marcy. Come on, fam. And he's married with children. Donald Trump was the president, fam. Like, nigga, we're in the bizarro world. We might be in the underworld. And like I say, when a nigga die, he gets released from the Bing. That's the upgrade. We think that it's the downgrade. When a nigga die, that's why the good are dying young and whatnot. When you get it together and you get up out of here, you just go to another level. It's all planes and whatnot. This shit is like OBCC. It's like a big ass Bing and whatnot. It's like the shoe, right? Segregated units. But it's levels. It's planes of existence. So something happened where we got demoted and whatnot. We got knocked down to a level because we live in a multiverse. We live in multi-universes with multiple realities and multiple quote-unquote scenarios and things of that nature. Just based off of a left turn that you make on the street versus a right turn, you forever change and shift your direction and your quote-unquote outcomes and whatnot. They showed you that in Inception. They definitely showed you that in Adjustment Bureau and whatnot. And they're showing you that in the movie Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, right? And that's talking about the internet. The movie, that was a metaphor when they were talking about the multiverse. If you didn't see the movie, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. It's the movie of the year, though. And it's a must-see movie. And it is a metaphor about the internet. You know what I'm saying? Because the internet is a device. This is something we are interfacing with that we know nothing about. It is taking us through multiple portals. This is where the multiverse of madness is starting. It's on the internet, right? You're everywhere all at once. This live right now is everywhere all at once. Videos that go viral are everywhere all at once. I was watching Charleston White last night. Right. And I'm gonna give my thoughts on Charleston White one of these days. And it's going to be a very interesting perspective that people might not even, but I'm going to explain myself and I'm going to break it down. He said that he may already be viewed by 1 trillion people. And when he said that, I was like, what the fuck he's talking about? And I thought about it. He said, I'm almost at 1 billion on TikTok alone. And and you know what? When I thought about it, he might be correct, right? He's everywhere all at once. No, it's on Hulu and Showtime, I believe. I bought it it's on Showtime and Hulu. Everything, everywhere, all at once, right? A wonderful, if you're into writing, if you're into metaphysics, if you're into different modalities or schools of thought about human existence, right? Is this life really, is life as we know it, does it mean anything? Is it meaningless or does it have meaning, right? That's what the movie is pondering, and is bringing you different, quote unquote, different perspectives about the meaning of life, right? What is, if you could tap into multiple universes, then it's almost like you get the mind state of Thanos. You get the mind state of Loki. You get the mind state of a Kang and whatnot. You don't hold this shit as holy as a person living in lack because you think that there's only one life to live. Or you think that there's only one reality, or you think that there's only one existence and whatnot. When you realize that there's multiple existences and there's multiple versions of you across multiple timelines and whatnot, you don't see life the same way that you see it when you're just a mortal and whatnot, thinking with a mortal's brain and things of that nature. No, you let go of that concept and you like, this shit is just a fucking snap right here. Yes, definitely the one with Jet Li. Definitely that was one of the first movies that set it off for all of us. And we understood what the concept of the multiverse is, right? That's when we completely understood it. When we're playing with Midjourney, when we're playing with the diffusion models, when we're playing with the quote unquote AI technology, Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, when we're playing with Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, and DALL-E 2 and whatnot, that is the multiverse. When you went to Lenza and you got all of those pictures back and whatnot, they were giving you images of you in different dimensions. I don't care what nobody says. I'm not here up for that debate. I know when I got my pictures back, that's what started it for me. That's what began the pondering, when I had to deeply ponder, are these pictures from another universe? Are these pictures just something that this AI drew up because I gave them images of me and they basically wrapped it? Or now that I found out when I do my studying, they denoised it and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? They diffused it and they gave me other images based on, the pre-programmed prompts inside of Lenza. The API basically was like, turn them into a 1960s, hippie and whatnot, or turn them into, a Renaissance painting. But when I saw those images and they sent it back to me, that's not what I saw. I saw something deeper. I was like, these are different representations of me in different worlds. That's just how my imagination is set up. Don't judge me, right? Don't judge me. I'm allowed to have a vast imagination. I'm allowed to be a thinker and a doer and a knower. I'm allowed to operate from this perspective of an Afrofuturist. I'm allowed to have a vision and whatnot. You feel me? I'm allowed to collapse the wave and whatnot. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. So when I saw those, I'm like, yo, that's me in different dimensions. Let the games begin. And goddamn it, the games have begun, because nobody's. I'm at the point. I'm at the precipice right now, especially after yesterday's smash workshop. Like I said, we almost had 1,000 people in the building for 7 hours and whatnot. Think about that. How deep is that? 1,000 quote unquote melanated minds, the cream of the crop. We are the cream of the crop of Black society. And I'm not just being, braggadocious and whatnot. It is Sunday, so this is the daily bread. You feel me? We collectively, the collective, not me. I didn't say me. I said we, right? I'm sharing the power. I'm sharing the stage. Like I said last night, this is Smack DVD, nigga. URL, Summer Madness. We are all on the stage, nigga. I don't give a fuck. I'm sharing the stage. When Loaded Lux was on stage battling Calico on that legendary, you gonna get this work. He had to share the stage. But he was able to shine on a motherfucking stage that was crowded, right? So let's all get on this stage, right? We all lit. You know what I'm talking about? We the cream of the crop. We the ones. We them. We them. We himothy, nigga. Right? In this incarnation amongst our race, right? And we know that the Americans, or those of us in Northwest Mexam, right? This is the center point, because we're not focused on any other point like that. No disrespect to anybody globally and whatnot, but this is ground zero. This is the center point. And inside of this center point, there is a pyramid, right? And this pyramid would represent the food chain, or the collective of black people, what we call the nigger kingdom. We not at the base of the pyramid, because we're not considered to be what is known as the 85ers. It's not about status on this pyramid. It's not about tax bracket on this pyramid. It's about what Kanye West said in his interview on Drink Champs. He said that intelligence and knowledge, or information for that matter, and data is more important, right, than your bank account, right? So when they were taking money from him and whatnot, as long as they couldn't take his intellect, as long as they couldn't take his know-how, as long as they couldn't take his knowledge from him and his wisdom, what happened? He got his money back. Come on, man. Think about that, right? Broke niggas clowned him for taking a temporary L, right? Against corporations that we shouldn't have been riding with from the get-go, right? JP Morgan, right? They had their hands in slavery, human trafficking, child trafficking, drugs, all kind of things, you name it. They are super dirty. Balenciaga, we already know what happened with them. Adidas, right? Started with the Nazis and whatnot. We already know what happened with them, right? And there was other corporations that had tried to stun on him and got stunted on, right? And they lost more than he lost in the long run. Y'all are not playing a long game. You niggas are here. You don't know what losing the battle and winning the war means, right? Motherfuckers are not playing 3 levels of chess. Niggas is here for the... You live in that 24/7 Vlad CNN news cycle where you're not strategizing the right way. Even when you see people take a perceived L, that L could be a lesson. And when you turn that lesson into a motherfucking victory, then niggas don't have nothing to say. So when you think about it, in the long run, he won the war, right? Because all of the people that came against him, they fell, right? They fell. The minute they struck him, they fell. Boom. How you going to hit somebody and fall on your sword? What is that? What is that? And then Adidas came crawling back and was like, take the money and whatnot. Is that not knowledge and wisdom that was able to make him get what he got? He can't be dumb and do that. A fool cannot do that. A fool would have tricked themselves out of every single thing that they had and whatnot. More than likely would have got themselves killed and whatnot. That's what a fool would do who have no knowledge. That's what a knuckle dragger would do. That's what somebody who is a fucking savage is programmed to do. It's called crash out. And them niggas is doing it every day in front of us. They all crashing out. Everywhere that we live right now, everybody that's on this live, somebody around you is crashing out, right? Because they don't have the knowledge and they don't have the intellect and they don't have the motherfucking know-how to get up out of their situation or their circumstances. So they deciding to crash out and they're turning their motherfucking buttons off and whatnot. They're crashing out. They not cashing out. They not cash dog. They not cashing out. They crashing out. That's two different things. That's going left or going right. You could either cash out or you could crash out. Ye is cashing out. Ye are gods. You know what I mean? We told you niggas, ye are gods. And then about a week later, that's when that app came out and the pictures came back and niggas was gods. Everybody wasn't a god. That's why they wasn't jacking it like that. Everybody's pictures that came back, the AI was like, nigga, you're not God. But it came back to some people and it was like, ye are gods, right? And people don't think that the AI has the know-how or the programming or the intellect or the vision, right? Artificial vision to see what they see. But I'm here to let you know, as man or human who could only see 10% of the light spectrum, you niggas is arrogant. Astaghfirullah. You know what I'm saying? Once again, there goes the arrogance of man. You don't even know what's going on around you. You can't even see the fucking radio, you can't even see the waves coming off of your phone. You can't even see the light emanating from your phone. You can't see the information and the data that's being pinged to your phone, nigga. You can't see that, man. But you so supreme over everything, right? And nothing can't see more than you. Well, you about to get motherfucking a wake-up call moving forward. You about to get a wake-up call moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Man is about to be humbled. In the next 5 years, man will be completely humbled, my niggas. And if you're not preparing your mind for that, I don't know what to tell you. You be one of these people that will melt down and look goofy in front of the cameras and whatnot. You're going to trick yourself out of a motherfucking position. But if you know, like I know, you'll be getting up. You'll be rising with the worms, right? You'll be waking up before the noise, and you'll be plotting and planning, right? Doing your rituals, right? Doing your rituals, speaking to the motherfucking future in your meditations, right? Tapping into tomorrow. And because think about it, what if you could tap into tomorrow? You will always be rich. You get the lottery numbers. You'll find out who won between the motherfucking Nets and the Thunder, and you'll be able to go to goddamn FanDuel, right? And you'll be able to put it all on the line like you was Drake, nigga, and hit a fucking lick and live like Biff in Back to the Future. Remember, Biff had a book. He had the sports betting book. Remember? Biff had the book and went back to the past. Biff came from the future with the sports betting, with the almanac, and went back in time, right? And lived like a king. So imagine if you had Google and whatnot, you had a little pocket iPhone, or you might even have the fucking iWatch, and you could go back to 1986, right? And buy all the Jordans that you want. You could be pulling up. You could save motherfucking Rich Porter's life by just pulling up on Alpo and giving him a headshot. Be like, you know what? We ain't gonna go through this on this timeline. I'm gonna go and knock Alpo off. I'm gonna pull up on both of them and be like, that nigga gonna set you up, Rich. Skirt, skirt. And pull up with the BBSs on your Benz. Right? You could be a part of Fat Cat fucking and Pappy Mason's crew and wet shit up. You know what I'm saying? You could go and buy crack from Big Meech when he was the 50 Boys. What if you niggas had a time machine? How about that? What if you had a time machine? Let me share something with y'all before I get out of here, because I had to say this. Yeah, I'll get to this before we get out of here. Whoever signed up to my Patreon, shout out to all of my Patreon members. My Patreon is where a lot of this information that I'm going to be sharing about AI already exists. My Patreon is a knowledge base. It already is stacked up. You could go on my Patreon. It's like you was in school. It was like you was in college. You're going to walk away with an upgrade, because I got a lot of information dealing with AI. I got a lot of information, all things AI, almighty intelligence. All things almighty intelligence is over there. The entry level is only $5 and it goes up to $99. So my $99 Patreon, I'm opening up 22 slots, only 22, because I don't have enough time and I don't have enough, days in the month to deal with too many people. So I only have room for 22 people. As a $99 Patreon, I'm giving you access to a workspace on a website called Notion, right? Go and look up Notion if you don't know what Notion is. Notion is one of the hottest new AI tools, or one of the hottest new websites that's rising up and all over around the world. It's rocket. You know what I mean? A lot of people are using it because it helps you with organizing, it helps you with team building, and it also helps you with disseminating your information all in one place. I have a workspace with about 5,000 AI websites, or tools for that matter. I also have a whole bunch of prompts, about 5,000 prompts for both Midjourney, and I got about 10,000 prompts for ChatGPT. I got information overload over there. It's worth about $5,000 to be just in the Notion workshop. I'm going to be offering that for my Patreons for the 22. We're going to have one live Zoom per month, and you're going to have tickets, free tickets to all of my pay-per-view lectures, workshops. Anything that I'm doing is paid. You basically get a comp, you VIP, you get the free ticket, you get in PDFs, videos, and everything. Those are for my 22 that I'm going to pick out. I'm not just picking anybody. It's only open. Maybe, you know, it might close later on today because people was running over there after yesterday and signing up. So I got that, and I'm also doing business consultations. The link is definitely going to be, it's in my bio. We're doing business consultations, a 3-hour AI integration for anybody with a business out there who wants to get onboarded into the world of artificial intelligence and integrate it into your business so you could level up and you could play with the big dogs. Okay? So you could play with the big dogs and you could be ahead of your competition, because if your competition integrates AI into their business, they are going to leave you in the dust. Sayonara. Bye-bye. That's how they're going to do you. They're going to take off because they have an advantage, because they have something that will 10x to 100x their productivity, their output, and everything that they're doing, especially their creativity. So you're going to have stiff competition in any field that you're in right now, because everything is being integrated with artificial intelligence. So you might as well get on board and get this information now instead of being late to the party. Because if you show up late, nobody's going to be there. You come knocking late, I'm gone. You know what I mean? I'm taking off. I'm out of here. This is community service almost. You feel me? Real talk. And that's not me being braggadocio, but my starting fee just to get on the stage and talk is $25 to $3,000. You know what I mean? My starting fee just to get on stage. And don't let it be some pink people or mayonnaise, the mayonnaise coalition. I start with 5 bands with them, you know, and it's going up to 500 bands. You know what I'm saying? And that's you know, that's on God. You know what I'm talking about? On God. You know? So here that I'm you know, this is the announcements. We rolling them out. Another huge announcement, right? Another huge announcement that I have to make. And we're going to publicly make it very soon. I just had to get this workshop out the way, right? So another huge announcement coming up for the month of April is that me and Blue Pill are going to be hitting the road. We're going to be on tour all of the month of April, which is in 2 weeks. For all 4 weeks of April, we're going to be on tour doing the quote unquote screening, right? The movie theater screening for the #1 documentary on Amazon. The #1 documentary on Amazon is American Maroons, right? That's a documentary that me and Blue is in. And we are prominently featured in the documentary. It's not like we're in there like 1 or 2 times and whatnot. No, we're prominently featured in the documentary throughout the whole documentary. Shout out to the brother Tariq Nasheed. We were actually the first interviewers on the documentary, right? We were the first ones. He flew us to Savannah, Georgia, right? Where they got that Spanish moss. Shout out to Savannah, Georgia. All of the beautiful people in Savannah. Salute to y'all. And he flew us to Savannah, and he filmed right after our birthday, as a matter of fact, in 22. He filmed us for the documentary, and then it just came out the other day. I was able to watch it with my family, and I could say honestly that I'm very proud of myself. I'm proud of my brother Blue. We were both, we were shining in that documentary, and we delivered, and we made our mother proud. I'm gonna watch it with my dad. I know he's gonna be proud. Yeah, so I want to see myself on 100-foot screen. That's just for my ego, right? Because what I do know is that you don't really, they say this, right? And don't quote me on this. I'm going to give you the name of who said it. It's not an original thought. They said that you're not immortalized until you're on the big screen. Because they could erase everything from about me from the internet right now. They could scrub me from the internet. They could basically erase me. They could disappear me from the internet if they wanted to. But it's going to be very hard to get rid of me on film, right? Once it's a film, once it's in the realm of film and whatnot, you somewhat immortalized, right? So 100 years from now, somebody will not know any. They probably would not, because, you know, if my contemporaries turn into haters and whatnot, if my friends turn into enemies and they never mention me or my brother's name and whatnot, they try to erase us like they did to Akhenaten, right? I exist in film. And that's a feat, you know what I'm saying? I exist in film, you know what I mean? I've been immortalized. I'm on the big screen, baby. You know what I'm talking about? So we gonna pop bottles in different states that we go to, depending on the energy of that state. If the state is turned up, like, of course, in New York, we're going to make our grand return to New York. You know, it's going to be monumental. And we're going to have panel discussions after the documentary. I got Kaba Kamani on board. I got Professor James Smalls on board. I got Blue Pillar on board. I got Red Pillar on board. Yeah, Allah, we need the merch for that, Allah. Talk black to me. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, 6 o'clock in Cali. I already know. Yeah, we get into this. We call this Grand Rising Rituals, right? You know what I mean? We call this the Grand Rising Theorem. We got a theorem, the Grand Rising Theorem. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, I'm going to be doing 4:44 a.m. podcast, Allah. That's 1 o'clock on your time on the West Coast. So I'll be bringing in guests and whatnot. And I'm doing a 4:44 a.m. podcast for everybody getting to the Baggington. Everybody that's on their Grand Rising rituals and whatnot. Ben, what up? Talk black to me, man. So yeah, so we on the big screen. We gonna be coming to a city near you to stunt and pop bottles and celebrate life and talk warrior shit. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's what this documentary is about. You can't walk out of there feeling zesty anymore. This is you know what I'm saying? This documentary is I want all zesty people to watch this because it's gonna change your life. Yo, Melanin Mondays. Pope Pablo gonna be on. My time is up in this thing. Love and light to the family. We're gonna tap in. Hit me on the inbox if y'all want to do this business. If y'all want to watch the replay, Cash App, Phil Moreland, money sign. Hit the end, but just hit the DM, hit the link in the bio. Everything will be there. Peace and love.